Hey everyone, great to connect with you again today. Our worship services this Sunday are at 8:30 and 11, and the 11 o'clock service will be streamed as usual. This Sunday I'm concluding the series of sermons on prayer, and this week's sermon is Praying for Life from Luke 23. We're almost to the end of this year's prayer vigil. There's still time for you to spend an hour in the prayer room for the first time or once again. And you may reserve your hour anytime on the church webpage at hwchurch.org. As the prayer vigil ends, you're invited and encouraged to attend the wrap-up gathering this Sunday at 6 p.m. in the church sanctuary. We'll sing, pray, provide an opportunity to share our experiences these past 3 weeks. We hope that you can join us this Sunday night, 6 o'clock. Looking out the window, it's evident that though we are a month from the official start to winter has arrived. Everything is snow-covered. Buffalo is preparing for this huge snow event. I actually attempted to drive to Buffalo to a meeting this morning, and I didn't get very far before I realized that discretion is the better part of valor, and I stopped and turned around and came home. Generally, there's a lot about winter that I like. I love the snow. In fact, I'm a little disappointed that it stopped snowing. I love watching the snow fall. In fact, I sent a brief video to my family in North Carolina this morning just so they could see what we were experiencing. And I don't really mind the cold, at least as long as it's not too long or too cold. But one thing I don't like about winter is how the winter air dries out my skin. Usually by the time we get to February, the skin on my hands is rough and cracked and kind of painful. I go through a fair amount of hand lotion in the winter months, and you probably do too. I thought of this morning because even though winter is just starting, I can already feel the dryness in my hands. It's just a little, nothing serious, nothing painful, but it's starting. And for some reason this morning, the thought struck me in a way that I don't remember it happening in the past years. I should start putting on hand lotion now. It's unwise to wait until my hands are seriously rough and cracked. Do it now. And my reasoning for this was, if I start putting on hand lotion now, perhaps it will protect my skin, not just now, but for the entire winter. Starting now might save me more serious trouble in the coming months. So that's exactly what I did, and what I plan to continue doing. I've got a tube of hand lotion sitting on my desk at the church, and I've got this tube of hand lotion here on my desk at home. I think starting now might make a huge difference. As I was applying the lotion this morning, I was reminded of something I read in C.S. Lewis's insightful book, How to Pray. About 2/3 of the way through the book, Lewis, in the context of our struggles with various temptations, makes this statement: swimming lessons are better than a lifeline to the shore. And his point is this: prayer that prepares us to face temptation is better than prayer when we're about to give in to temptation. Now, this doesn't minimize the importance of a lifeline when one needs it. It's a great relief and help. But to enter the water thinking that if we get into trouble, someone will throw us a lifeline is at best a precarious way to think. Far better to take swimming lessons prior to getting into the water so that when things get dicey, our training helps us stay safe. This is certainly the mindset of Jesus, who is often described as going away to a secluded place to pray and then, rising from prayer, heads out to face the struggles that come to him. No doubt this is what we see in the glimpse we get of Jesus praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. It is after he prays that he allows himself to be arrested and eventually put to death. And he does that with forgiveness and trust in his heart and on his lips. Most scholars would say that the battle with Satan is not so much won as he hangs on the cross, but as he kneels among the olive trees. It's because of his prayer among the trees that he is able to walk willingly and in love to the cross. Prayer is a wonderful gift of God, and any prayers are instrumental to our walk with God. He welcomes them all. But as we come to the end of another prayer vigil, let me encourage all of us to create a habit of praying not only when we're in need, but all the time as preparation for the times of need. And may our prayers be ones that are so open to God, so passionate about his will and his kingdom, so lovingly and willingly surrendered to him, that it changes how we think, how we act, how we live. So you might want to pull out that tube of hand lotion now. Not only for your hands, but for your heart and mind, soul, spirit. Father, thank you that all of our prayers matter to you. Thank you that through prayer we are filled with your Spirit's strength and power, that through your grace we find not only rescue and help in our struggles, but strength for all that life and the evil one brings against us. Amen. Thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful day.